Hi, this is Penny Kelly, and this meditation, titled Blessing the Water, is the fourth in a series of meditations designed to heal the Pacific Ocean of the effects of radiation from the Fukushima nuclear disaster. A friend named Walter Mora felt he had to do something, so he began inviting people to come together in KINS groups to talk about what we might do to help. And these meditations arose out of those meetings. Our entire goal in these meetings has been to nurture and heal the Pacific Ocean and all the creatures who live in her great waters. And so along the way we've learned a few facts about the oceans, some things about radiation, consciousness, and we did a little work last time on healing sea animals. So today we're going to do something that is based on the work of Masaru Emoto by blessing a little water and then later returning that water to the ocean or a large body of water that is connected to the ocean or a river connected to the ocean. We will also take a brief walk through the ocean herself, telling her we love her, offering our energies to her, and setting up a deep connection through which she can draw from us when she needs to. So for today's effort, you need to go and get 3 or 4 items. First, you need a bottle that you can put some ordinary tap water in. It could be a mason jar, any kind of jar or bottle that has a lid that you can close. Preferably maybe not a plastic bottle, but if that's all you got, that's all you got. In addition to the water, you need to get a piece of paper, a pen, and some tape. So pause this recording and go get those items, and then come back and turn the recording on. I'll give you a minute to do that. Once you're back, take the pen and write the words love and gratitude on the piece of paper. And then tape the paper with those 2 words on it to the side of your jar with the water in it. Now, hold the water, the jar of water, in both hands in front of you once you get the words written and the paper taped to the bottle. I hope I'm not going too fast here. So hold the bottle or jar of water in both hands in front of you. Face east, and direction does make a difference. And then look directly into the water so that the beams of light that come from your eyes will penetrate the water in the jar. And then bless that water by offering it your love, your appreciation, and your gratitude. And envision the water in the jar turning into a liquid golden light as it receives your blessing. So I'll give you a moment, make up some kind of little blessing. It doesn't have to be fancy, but try to make it straight from your heart. Okay, I'll give you a moment to do that. And then offer your name to that water. In fact, hum your name to that water and ask it to receive the love and the power you offer, and then to use that power to heal the great Pacific Ocean. In your own words, tell the water that you are offering it special energies and recognition, and that you want that water to use those energies to bring healing and love to the great body of the Pacific and to all the oceans around the entire planet. So take a minute to hum your name and or tell or request that that water do as you intend, which is heal the Pacific. So I'll give you a minute to do that. And then, now it's time to connect with that water very, very deeply. So spend a few moments recalling the times that you've gone swimming in the ocean or any natural lake or river. Recall that experience and the fun and the coolness of the water, maybe the motion or movement of the water, and your feeling of moving through the water, maybe diving in, maybe swimming underwater. Remember as much as you can about the water. Even if all you have to recall is the experience of drinking water and the feeling of that cool water going down when you had a tremendous thirst. So just connect with that water. Those are all your shared experiences with water. You were experiencing it, but it was experiencing you. Maybe your memories include scary moments when you became aware of her power to swallow and drown you. Or maybe it was a moment of a thrill, the first time you went swimming completely naked. Or perhaps you have memories of owning a plant and tending a garden and watching the plants droop without water and how powerfully they responded when they were able to get a drink. Maybe you've seen the power of water falling over a waterfall. Whatever it is, recall everything you can about your experiences with water. And then let your memories drift a little. Let them drift to the time you first fell in love with an animal. It could have been a dog or a bird or a cat or a cow, or maybe just a wild thing that came to your yard from the woods. Remember how warm and how friendly you felt and how much you looked forward to playing with the companion, or maybe how you coaxed it to learn and trust you. Focus on those feelings for a moment, your enjoyment, maybe your amusement at the animal's behavior, your love for that animal. And keeping your eyes on the water, sharing your experience of love for other creatures, such as animals. Now extend your memories to the first time you fell in love with someone. How you looked forward to spending time with your love. Remember the laughter. Remember the power of your passion and the joy of having someone to share with. Just all of the friendship, the excitement, the passion, share all of these memories and love with the water. And tell that water that you are sharing what you can with it, so it will recognize you and accept your gift of healing and love. And then ask the water to hold all of this in its memory and take these memories of you back to the Great Pacific. And then thank the water. And then set the jar of water aside knowing that you will soon take this water to the ocean or a river connected to the ocean and pour this awakened, powerful water filled with your love for all things into the great Pacific, carrying your love and your power to heal in that water that's in that jar. If you haven't put the cap on the water, put the cap on now. And then set that water aside and let's go to the Great Pacific. And like we have before, imagine you are standing on her shores. And once again, take off your shoes and your socks and move into the water. Keep going away from the shore. Keep going deeper and deeper, all the way to the area of Fukushima, maybe just offshore. And when you get there, imagine yourself floating just under the surface of the water, but in an upright or vertical position, as if you were standing in the water. Breathe evenly, deeply. No pressure, no stress. And then extend your hands out in front of you and imagine that you are gently caressing the water itself. Imagine seeing the tiny particles of blue and red and green radiation that have entered the water since our last visit. And with all of the power of your being, introduce yourself to these particles and this region of land, giving them your name. You always include your name. And telling them that you have come on behalf of your friend, the Pacific Ocean, to ask for help and to make a request. Tell the particles of radiation that they have been doing great damage to your friend, the Pacific Ocean, and ask that they hear you and honor your request that they transform themselves using their own innate intelligence and cooperative abilities. Apologize to them for the mistakes of humanity. Ask them to use their great energy to find ways to stop harming others, and perhaps suggest that they could shift their ionizing charge, or maybe gather together in clumps and work on changing one another. Or maybe they could confine themselves to one small area, or even just, stand still and not move. But in your own words, tell them, we are sorry for packing them so closely together. And ask them if there's something they know of that we don't, that they could use to change their effect on the creatures who live in that area. Tell them you are interceding for the sea creatures and the water itself. And be aware that many particles, many forms of intelligence don't often realize that they're doing damage. They're just doing what comes natural to them. But when they are informed that what they're doing is harmful, they will often change what they're doing. They aren't stupid. And they are cooperative. So I'll give you a moment to tell them, we're sorry. And ask them if there's anything that they could do that would help. And then listen for a response from them. Listen closely for any kind of answer. then tell them how much you would appreciate it if they would do what they can to help heal the Great Pacific and all of her creatures. And then say thank you. And then turn and swim back toward the direction or in the direction where you left your shoes and socks. But do not leave the water when you get close to shore. Instead, stand where the water will be up to your waist or maybe up to your armpits. And reach your arms out to the sides and just rest your palms on the surface of the water. Feel the water moving along your palms and maybe even between your fingers, and for just a moment feel all of the ocean with all of your body. Feel that connection. Tell the Great Pacific. I kind of have a nickname for her. I call her Packy. Tell Packy that you love her and that you are setting up a special line of communication with her. And tell her that she can use this connection to draw energy through you for herself or any of her creatures at any time. And then for just a moment, feel as if you are a hollow tube with energy flowing in through the top of your feet or the top of your head, and then down through your feet and out into the water and the sand, the bed of the ocean. Feel that energy coming in through your head and in your chest, and then moving out through your arms, down your arms and out your hands. Imagine that energy flowing faster and more intensely. And see that energy turn into a golden white light with just the faintest touch of pink around the edges. See that golden white light filling the entire ocean. And tell her once again that you love her. Tell her again to come and get this energy at any time. And give yourself directions to act as an open conduit of love and energy for your friend, the Great Pacific. And see some of that energy filling you, too. You have to take care of yourself as well. And then finally, say thank you to the water for allowing you to enter and to leave at will, for listening to you. Say thank you to the radiation for its willingness to work in ways that harm no one. Say thank you to the earth and the sky for holding us all. And then say goodbye for now. Leave the water and go get your shoes and socks. And then slowly return back to the area of your body. Make a commitment to take the water in the jar to the ocean or a river that flows into the ocean as soon as you can arrange it. Leave the love and gratitude words taped to the bottle until you empty that water back into the ocean. Maybe even take a little sip of that water that you have blessed and then close it up. It'll be good for you as well. And then return to the everyday. and be the best that you can be.